79. Seeking Buddhist scriptures and statues. After ruling for 63 years, Emperor Guangwu of Han passed away due to illness. His son, Liu Zhuang, ascended the throne and became Emperor Ming of Han. Emperor Ming's dream and the search for Buddhist teachings. One night, Emperor Ming had a strange dream. He saw a golden figure with a radiant white light above its head, flying around the palace before suddenly ascending into the sky and heading west. The next day, he shared this dream with his ministers. Many of them could not identify the golden figure. However, a scholar named Fuyi explained. In the western land of Qianzhou, ancient India, there is a divine being known as the Buddha. The golden figure in your Majesty's dream was surely the Buddha of Qianzhou. Fuyi's reference to Qianzhou, also known as Shunju, referred to ancient India, the birthplace of Siddhartha Gautama, also known as Buddha Shakyamuni. Siddhartha was born around 565 BCE in Kapilavastu, modern-day Nepal. He was originally a prince, but at the age of 29, he abandoned his royal life to pursue spiritual enlightenment. Over the next 40 years, he preached his teachings and gained numerous followers, who respectfully called him Buddha, the Enlightened One. After his death, his disciples compiled his teachings into texts known as Buddhist scriptures, sutras. Emperor Ming, intrigued by Fuyi's explanation, decided to send envoys to Qianzhou to learn about Buddhism. The mission to India. Emperor Ming appointed 2 officials, Cai Yin and Qin Jing, to travel west in search of Buddhist scriptures. Their journey took them across countless mountains and rivers until they finally reached Qianzhou. The people of Qianzhou, upon learning that China had sent emissaries to seek Buddhist teachings, warmly welcomed them. 2 Buddhist monks, Shi Mortung, Kyapam Taga, and Zhu Phelan, Dharmaratna, helped Cai Yin and Qin Jing understand Buddhist principles. At their invitation, the 2 monks agreed to accompany them back to China. In 67 CE, the Chinese envoys, along with the 2 monks, returned to Luoyang. They brought with them a Buddhist statue, 42 chapters of Buddhist scriptures, white horses that carried these sacred items, the establishment of China's first Buddhist temple. Emperor Ming, though unfamiliar with Buddhism, showed great respect for the monks who had brought the scriptures. The following year, 68 CE, he ordered the construction of a Buddhist temple on the western outskirts of Luoyang. The temple was built in the style of Indian monasteries, and in honor of the white horses that carried the scriptures, it was named Baima Temple, White Horse Temple. This became the first Buddhist temple in China and remains a historical landmark today. Despite this significant event, Buddhism did not gain widespread acceptance at the time. Most imperial officials and nobles remained devoted to Confucianism. Few people visited Baima Temple, and the influence of Buddhism remained limited. One notable exception was Prince Liu Ying, who greatly valued Buddhism. He even sent envoys to learn from the 2 monks at Baima Temple. The monks provided him with a hand-drawn Buddhist statue, a copied chapter of Buddhist scripture. Upon receiving these items, Liu Ying began worshipping the statue in his palace, offering prayers every morning and evening. The downfall of Prince Liu Ying. Liu Ying, however, was an ambitious man. Under the pretense of Buddhist devotion, he gathered a group of alchemists and mystics and engaged in various superstitious practices to deceive people. By 70 CE, accusations surfaced that Liu Ying was secretly recruiting followers and appointing officials, plotting to rebel against the throne. Emperor Ming launched an investigation and found evidence that Liu Ying was indeed building a faction for rebellion. As a result, Liu Ying was stripped of his princely title. He was exiled to Danyang. Facing severe punishment, he chose to commit suicide. The emperor also ordered a purge of Liu Ying's associates. When the authorities searched his residence, they discovered a registry listing famous scholars and influential figures across China. This led to widespread arrests, and many intellectuals were implicated. For over a year, the purge led to the deaths of many innocent people. Eventually, a high-ranking minister urged Emperor Ming to reconsider, pointing out that many of those arrested were innocent. When the emperor personally reviewed the cases, he found that over 1,000 prisoners in Luoyang's jails had been wrongly convicted. Realizing the mistake, he issued an imperial pardon, releasing them. Emperor Ming's legacy and Confucian influence. Although Emperor Ming sent envoys to retrieve Buddhist scriptures and statues, he did not fully embrace Buddhism himself. Instead, he remained a strong advocate of Confucianism. He even personally visited the Imperial Academy, Taixue, China's highest institution for Confucian studies, to give lectures on the Confucian classics. According to historical records, the event attracted over 100,000 spectators and listeners, reflecting the enduring dominance of Confucian thought in the Han Dynasty. Thus, while Emperor Ming played a role in introducing Buddhism to China, it was not yet widely accepted. Over time, however, Buddhism would continue to spread, eventually becoming one of China's most influential religions. 80. Ban Chao, from scholar to warrior. After Emperor Guangwu established the Eastern Han Dynasty, he commissioned the renowned scholar Ban Biao to compile a history of the Western Han. Ban Biao had two sons, Ban Jiyu and Ban Chao, and a daughter, Ban Zhao. All three grew up learning literature and history from their father. Following Ban Biao's death, Emperor Ming of Han appointed Ban Jiyu as an official historian, continuing his father's work on what would become the famous Book of Han, which documented the history of the Western Han Dynasty. Ban Chao assisted his older brother by copying and transcribing documents, but their personalities differed greatly. Ban Jiyu was passionate about studying philosophy and writing. Ban Chao, however, despised a sedentary life. Hearing about the Xiongnu's repeated invasions of China's borders, pillaging villages, and stealing livestock, Ban Chao threw down his brush in frustration and declared, "A real man should follow in Zhong Qian's footsteps, venturing beyond the frontier to achieve glory. How can I waste my life in a study, growing old with ink and paper?" Thus, he abandoned his scholarly work and joined the army, an action known in Chinese as throwing away the brush to join the military. Joining the campaign against the Xiongnu. In 73 CE, General Dou Jiyu launched a campaign against the Xiongnu, and Ban Chao served under him as a junior officer. His bravery in battle earned him recognition. Dou Jiyu, aiming to adopt Emperor Wu of Han's old strategy of forming alliances with Western region states against the Xiongnu, saw Ban Chao's talent and sent him as an envoy to the Western regions. Ban Chao led a small group of 36 men to Shanshan, modern-day Ruoqiang, Xinjiang. The Shanshan mission, a bold gamble. Shanshan had been under Xiongnu control for decades, forced to pay heavy taxes and tributes. The king was unhappy with the Xiongnu's oppression but feared defying them because the Han court had not intervened in Western affairs for years. At first, the king of Shanshan welcomed Ban Chao warmly. However, after a few days, his attitude suddenly changed, becoming cold and distant. Ban Chao suspected something was wrong and told his men, "Can you sense the change in the king's attitude? I suspect Xiongnu envoys have arrived." His suspicion was only a guess, until a servant delivered food and wine to them. Ban Chao decided to test the servant. He pretended to already know the truth and asked, "How long have the Xiongnu envoys been here? Where are they staying?" The servant, startled, assumed Ban Chao already knew everything and confessed. "They arrived 3 days ago and are staying 30 li, about 15 kilometers, from here." Immediately, Ban Chao detained the servant and gathered his men. He explained, "We came to the western regions to achieve glory for the empire. Now, with the Xiongnu envoys here, the king will likely betray us. If he hands us over, we will never see our homeland again. What should we do?" His men replied, "The situation is dire, we entrust our lives to you." Ban Chao then declared his bold plan. A man must enter the tiger's den to capture its cubs. He proposed a night raid on the Xiongnu camp, setting fires to create confusion and killing their envoys before they could strike first. His men agreed to risk everything. At midnight, a strong wind swept across the desert, perfect for their plan. 10 soldiers hid behind the Xiongnu tents with war drums. 20 soldiers waited in front, ready to charge. Ban Chao and 6 others set fire to the camp. As flames erupted, the hidden soldiers began beating the drums and shouting war cries, creating the illusion of a massive Han army. The terrified Xiongnu, waking in panic, ran in all directions. Ban Chao led the charge into the tents, personally killing the Xiongnu envoys and over 30 of their followers, burning the entire camp. By dawn, Ban Chao summoned the king of Shanshan, who, upon seeing that the Xiongnu envoys were dead, immediately swore allegiance to the Han Empire. The Khotan mission, dealing with a treacherous king. After returning to China, Ban Chao was promoted to military advisor and was soon sent to Khotan, modern-day Hatien, Xinjiang. Emperor Ming wanted him to take a larger force, but Ban Chao insisted. Khotan is a large kingdom, and the journey is long. Even if I take hundreds of men, it won't be enough in battle. If we meet trouble, a large force will only slow us down. Thus, he once again took only 36 men. Upon arrival, Khotan's king received Ban Chao with indifference, showing no eagerness to form an alliance with Han. Instead, he sought guidance from his court priest. The priest opposed ties with Han and used deceptive rituals to sway the king. He arrogantly declared, "Why would you befriend the Han Empire? The envoy's black horse is nice, I want it for myself." The king, influenced by the priest, sent a minister to demand Ban Chao's horse. Ban Chao, feigning agreement, replied, "Sure, tell the priest to come collect it himself." When the priest arrived, Ban Chao immediately executed him, then took his severed head to the king and issued a stark warning. "If you continue siding with the Xiongnu, you will meet the same fate." Terrified, the king of Khotan swore loyalty to the Han Empire. Reopening the Silk Road. With Shanshan and Khotan now under Han influence, other western region states, like Kucha and Kasha, followed suit, establishing ties with Han China. For 65 years, from the reign of Wang Mang onward, Han relations with the western regions had been severed. Ban Chao's diplomatic and military efforts reopened the Silk Road, restoring the strategic alliances first established by Zhong Qian. 2 years later, Emperor Ming passed away, and his son Liu Die became Emperor Zhong of Han. Ban Chao's courage, tactical brilliance, and diplomatic skill ensured Han China's dominance over the western regions, securing trade routes and influence for decades to come. 81. Zhong Heng and the seismometer. During the reign of Emperor Zhong of Han, the Eastern Han dynasty remained relatively stable. However, when Emperor He ascended the throne at the age of 10, Empress Dowager Dou took control of the government, allowing her brother, Dou Xian, to wield great power. Under their rule, the Eastern Han dynasty began its decline. Despite this political turmoil, one of China's greatest scientists, Zhong Heng, emerged during this period. Zhong Heng's early years and literary works. Born in Nanyang, Zhong Heng left his hometown at 17 and traveled to Chang'an and Luoyang, where he studied diligently at the Imperial Academy. At the time, both Chang'an, western capital, and Luoyang, eastern capital, were prosperous cities. However, Zhong Heng was disgusted by the extravagance and corruption of the nobility. In response, he wrote 2 literary works, Rhapsody on the Western Capital and Rhapsody on the Eastern Capital, satirizing the hedonistic lifestyles of the elite. It took him 10 years of meticulous effort to complete these pieces, reflecting his deep commitment to intellectual pursuits. Despite his literary talents, Zhong Heng's true passion lay in mathematics and astronomy. Advancements in astronomy. Recognizing his brilliance, the imperial court appointed Zhong Heng as a historian, later promoting him to grand historian, where he was responsible for astronomical observations. This position aligned perfectly with his interests. Through careful study, Zhong Heng made several groundbreaking discoveries. He proposed that the Earth was round. He correctly deduced that the moon's light was a reflection of sunlight. He described the structure of the cosmos, likening it to an egg, with the sky as the shell and Earth as the yolk. Although his cosmic model was not entirely accurate, these ideas were remarkably advanced for the time, earning admiration from later astronomers. To support his research, Zhong Heng built an astronomical instrument called the armillary sphere, made of bronze. The device was engraved with celestial objects such as the sun, moon, and stars. He ingeniously incorporated a water-powered mechanism to rotate the sphere, allowing real-time tracking of the star's movements. It could accurately display which stars rose in the east and set in the west. This invention was a milestone in ancient Chinese astronomy. The invention of the seismometer. During Zhong Heng's time, earthquakes frequently struck China. Some years saw 1 or 2 major earthquakes, which often devastated multiple provinces, toppling buildings and causing widespread casualties. At the time, people viewed earthquakes as omens of misfortune. Superstitious figures exploited public fear, spreading false prophecies and manipulating the masses. Zhong Heng, however, rejected superstition. He meticulously analyzed historical earthquake records and, after extensive research, invented the world's first seismometer. This bronze instrument resembled a large wine jar and featured 8 dragons arranged in a circle, each facing a different direction. Each dragon held a small bronze ball in its mouth. Directly beneath each dragon stood a bronze toad, mouth open, positioned to catch the ball. When an earthquake occurred, the device would detect the vibrations and cause the dragon facing the earthquake's direction to release its ball into the toad's mouth, producing a loud sound as an alert. The seismometer's first successful prediction. On a day in February 138 CE, Zhongheng's seismometer suddenly activated. The dragon facing west opened its mouth and dropped a bronze ball. According to Zhongheng's design, this indicated that a major earthquake had occurred in the west. However, Luoyang showed no signs of seismic activity, and no nearby regions reported any tremors. People began mocking Zhongheng's invention, calling it a fraud. Some even accused him of spreading false information. Several days later, a messenger arrived from the western provinces, reporting that a powerful earthquake had struck Jincheng and Longxi, modern-day Gansu, over 1,000 li, 500 kilometers, away. The tremors had been so strong that entire mountains had collapsed. With this confirmation, skeptics were forced to admit the accuracy of Zhongheng's seismometer, making it one of the most remarkable inventions of ancient China. Political struggles and Zhongheng's downfall. Despite his genius, Zhongheng lived in an era dominated by corrupt eunuchs and imperial relatives. When he was appointed imperial attendant, his close access to the emperor made the eunuchs fear him. They spread rumors about him, slandering him in front of the emperor. Eventually, they exiled Zhongheng to Hebei, assigning him as governor of Hejian. At 61 years old, Zhongheng passed away, never receiving the recognition he deserved during his lifetime. Legacy. Zhongheng's contributions left a lasting impact on Chinese science. His work in astronomy, mathematics, literature, and engineering cemented his reputation as one of the greatest scientists in Chinese history. Today, he is most remembered for his 2 greatest inventions: the armillary sphere, which advanced astronomical studies; the seismometer, which demonstrated early earthquake detection capabilities, an achievement that took the Western world nearly 1,700 more years to replicate. His legacy endures as a testament to the power of scientific inquiry and innovation.